So what's up guys? So guys, it's Pranav from Hightech. So guys, in this video this is pretty different one because I'm starting a series and the series name is Game of Phones. Yeah, I have cut thrones and added my phones. Yes. So in this video, means in this series, I'll be uploading one video of this series every month. So yeah, I'll be adding 5 phones, means in one video there will be 5 phones and I'll be ranking them one by one, first, second, third, and giving them points for their specs, design and everything. So yeah, so this is the series which I am starting today and I am so excited for it. So yeah, let's get started with this. So if you're not a part of the Hightech, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon right next to the subscribe button, so every time I post a video you will be notified each single time. And follow me on all my social media accounts. Let's get started. So let's start the game. So I'll be ranking the phones in the last. So yeah, so the first phone is very famous one and I have made already a video and it's the latest one. Anybody guesses? Okay, nobody can guess because I am thinking I have added that phone. I know it, but still it's fun to ask. So the first phone is Samsung Fold, the foldable phone by Samsung. I know it is not in the market and it has been broken before it comes to the sale. I have made a separate video on that. You can check that video out. The link is in the description. So first let's check out its specs. So the specs are here. So it is having 7.30 inches of screen. The tab screen is of 7.30 inches and it is having an octa-core processor. So then it is what is it having? 1 minute, I need to check. It is having 12 GB of RAM and it is having 4380 mAh of battery. That's pretty good. And it is having rear facing camera of, it is having triple camera on the back. So it is having 16 plus 12 plus 12 megapixel rear facing camera and the front camera is of 10 megapixel. And yeah, that's all for its specs. So now let's talk about its price. So Samsung has set the price of $2000 as if they will launch the phone, the price will be this. The $2000 phone is this phone, the Fold, Samsung Fold. In India it will priced above 1 lakh rupees. Yeah, that's the price. So now you will be thinking, why am I adding this phone? This phone is broken, it hasn't in the market, but it's so much famous and it got broken, but still they have put in the effort for it and it still folds. I know the design is okayish but not that much good. I don't like that vertical screen. If you open the screen it looks pretty good and the screen is literally good and the specs are really nice of this phone. So that's why I need to put this in the list. So yeah. So points time. How much point I will give to this phone. So here are the points. So the points is, so I will let's note the specs. So for the specs I will give it 6 points, and for the big screen design, the foldable design, I will give it 1 because it's still broken and the vertical part I don't like that. So yeah, I will give it 1, and for the broken screen I don't give it any of the points. So there is 0 for the broken screen. So total points are 7 points. Yeah, total are 7 points. Next is, so the next phone is Nokia Pure View, the lots of camera phone. You can also say that I have given that name because it is having 5 cameras. So yeah, so now let's break down its specs. So it is having 5.99 inches of screen. Then it is having cameras. The rear facing cameras are 5 cameras in the back. Yeah, and all of them, yes, all of them is of 12 megapixel. All 5 cameras of 12 megapixel. So yeah, now what about the battery? So it is having 3320 mAh of battery. After that it is having Snapdragon 845, not the latest one but also not very oldish one, so it is in the middle. So yeah, specs wise it's pretty good one, I can say that. Now let's talk about its design. So for the designer, let's talk about its design. It's a pretty good design. They have made and put an effort. Oh, very well done from Nokia. I say HMD have done awesome job in making this phone. It's good. Yeah, it's good, not that much good, but it's still good. So yeah, for the design it's nicely made, and the cameras are nicely placed on the back. 1 2 3 4 5 cameras are nicely placed, and the specs are really good of this phone. So now points time. So how much points I will give for the specs? I will give 4 points for the specs because it is really nice spec. Where I have cut the point because it is not having 4000 mAh of battery, it is having 3320 mAh of battery. If it have 4000 mAh of battery, I can increase the point if 1% chance was there for 4000 mAh of battery, but I have cut the point for the battery. And now let's talk about its design. How much I have given for the design? Design is really nice, but I told you it's good, it's not that much great, so I have given 2 points for the design, and the total is 6 points. Yes, 6 points. Now moving on, next is action. So now next phone is again Samsung S10 Plus. Yeah, Samsung S10 Plus. Let's talk about it. I have taken all the flagship phones from the company and I'm making this video, Game of Phones flagship edition. So yeah, so let's talk about first its design, then we'll talk about its specs. So in design, it is really nicely made. No notch display, punch hole camera and full screen display, and nicely made phone, feels premium in hand, looks and feels so good, and design wise it is totally awesome phone, and yeah, it's really great for the design. So the screen is of 6.4 inches and the screen is really awesome one, and the battery is of 4100 mAh of battery. And what is in the phones? On the rear facing side, the cameras are, there are triple camera phones. This is triple camera phone, so it is having 12 plus 12 plus 16 megapixel rear facing cameras, and the cameras are really nice. In the front it is having dual camera on the front. Yeah, that's right, dual camera. So one is of 10 megapixel and plus 8 megapixel camera. That's the camera thing. Yes, that's the camera thing. So the price is, in US it is $760, in India it is 70,000 rupees in India. That's the price of this Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. So yeah, that's the price. That's points time. 5 points for the specs, totally nice specs, and then 3 points for its design. Nice design, but still 3 points I will cut there because they have not used motorized camera. If they will use, the punch hole won't come in and you will get more screen. Yeah, so I'll give you a clue which phone I'm about to say. It is the 50x zoom phone. You might have guessed it, Huawei P30 Pro. Yeah, it's the 50x. It can zoom up to 50x and it's really great phone. So let's break down its specs. So here are the specs. So it is having 6.47 inches of screen. Yeah, that's the screen, and it is having Kirin 980 processor, and it is having was the RAM, 8GB of RAM. Yeah, 8GB of RAM, 256GB of internal storage, and the front camera is of 32 megapixel. The rear facing camera is of 40 plus 20 plus 8 megapixel camera, and the Fourth one is of 50 mega, not 50 megapixel, 50x zoom. Yeah, that's fourth camera would do zoom for 50x. Yeah, that's 50x zoom. Really great. Now moving on to its design. So it looks and feels premium, nicely designed. The back is so much shiny and it looks pretty good. On the front it is having drop notch on display, so it is having a drop notch type of notch over there. So yeah, that's the display, and the build quality is really nice of this phone and feels premium in hands. So let's talk about its price. So it is in US dollars, it is of $700. I suppose it is of $700, but in Indian rupees it is confirmed it is of 71,000 rupees in India. Yeah, that's the price of this device, and the device is. So for specs, points time. First of all, points time. So first, specs. I'll give 5 for the specs. 5 and 5. Yeah, I'll give 5 for the specs, and the specs are really nice and killing it in the specs. And in design, I will give 4 for the design because it missed in motorized camera. It is the new trend, bro. You need to add motorized camera. You need to add that. So yeah, I have cut 1 point for the motorized camera, although the phone is really great, and in this price the phone is really nice. You can zoom up to 50x. Yes, 50x zoom, man. So you can sit here and zoom and watch Burj Khalifa. Not Burj Khalifa, whatever. If you are in Dubai, you can watch Burj Khalifa. Yeah. So I made a video on this phone, and this is really, yeah, it's Apple's iPhone. Yeah, iPhone XS Max. I don't know why, but I don't like Apple's overpriced devices. Yeah, I made a video on that also. If you want to watch, the link is in the description, or I forgot to give, you can find it on my channel. Please find it. Yes, sometimes I forgot to give that. Yes. So in design, it's good, but not that great. Again, it's good, not that much great. It is having a notch. Yes, that oddly weird notch. It is having that notch. I don't like that notch because it covers that part and leaves the side part. What is the need of that? You can't even watch a full screen video. No need to put that notch. Anyway, I don't like that notch, so it is still having that notch. So that's the design. So the specs are as mentioned here. So it is having 6.4 inches of screen, then it is having A12 Bionic chip in it. They have added Apple's chip. Yeah, A12 Bionic chip. After that, it is having 2658 mAh of battery, then it is having 4 GB of RAM and 512 GB of internal storage. That's its storage. Huge storage. Yeah, that's the specs. So specs wise, I'll give it 2 points, and design wise I will give it 3 because still it puts the glass in the back. Yeah, you can broke both the glass front and back, but still the back looks cool. Not the back look cool. My English is little weird, so you need to understand my English, please. Yeah. So the total is, anybody guesses? 5 points, man. The total is 5 points, and now just this is it. And you will be asking the price. So here is the price. So the storages. So it is priced by the storages. So it is the XS Max is in US it is above $1,000. In India it is above 1 lakh. So it is so much expensive. Yes. Now, so here I will rank the phones. Game of phones. I will rank the phones. So in my list, Huawei P30 Pro comes first in this. So I will rank it in number 1. Second in this is, you know it already, you have watched the video, man, you know it. So the second is Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. The third one is Samsung Fold. I've given it by the specs and it's still nice. It gets broken, but still the specs is nice and they have done an innovation by it. So I'll give it third position to the Samsung Fold, and the fourth position is owned by Nokia Pure View. Yeah, the 5 camera phone, the lots of camera phones. Yeah, you can also say that. And the last position is owned by Mr. Apple iPhone XS Max. So yeah, this is my ranking. If you agreed with this ranking, please comment down below. If you have your own list and you have your own ranking, please also comment down below and tell me your ranking. Yeah, if you like the video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe the channel for more awesome videos, and hit the bell icon right next to the subscribe button, so every time I post a video you will be notified each single time. And follow me on all my social media accounts. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. So thanks guys, thanks for watching. It's been Pranav and I am signing out.
Survive.